Can you just tell us what your vision is? Like, what do you want people to see when your team's on the floor?
Yeah, I think, like as we think about this checkpoint of starting season one, obviously it's been on the calendars for a long time. I'm really proud of where the program's at right now, and just really proud of the momentum we're building and community support and things like that. I think the buy-in from our players has been elite and top-notch, and they're really committed. So I think that's the first thing you'll see is just a team that loves Vanderbilt, loves being here, loves the task that we have in front of us of starting a program from scratch. And I think then when we get more specifically, we've been really intentional about our offensive and defensive philosophies, and our offensive philosophy is to be fast, creative, and relentless. So we're really excited for our fans to not only learn a volleyball offense, but to see ours, which we think will be pretty complicated and creative and fast. And I'm excited for our fans to kind of see that. And then defensively, it's all about confidence and discipline. So we're really working on our system being airtight right now and starting with that. But yeah, overall, I just think this group is going to be more talented than people probably give us credit for, which is great. We're super athletic. We have several athletes touching 10-6 or above, 6 inches higher than a basketball rim. So that's the other thing I just think that people are going to notice, just the pure athleticism that our athletes have.
You guys are picked like 12th in the preseason SEC poll above other teams. They've already been established. What does that say about your guys' program?
Yeah, I mean, preseason polls are what they are. I think there was, of course, a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a nod to what we've been doing for the last 2.5 years from coaches in the league. And I've been in the league for so long that I think people are kind of comfortable with how I roll and how I recruit. So I think it probably is a nod to that a little bit, but we're not putting too much stock in it. To be honest with you, our goals are higher than what that preseason ranking was, and we know that. So while it might be a nice little compliment, I wouldn't say we're putting too much into it.
You come from Kentucky, there's a proud volleyball program.
Yeah.
What have you learned from that previous institution that you're bringing over to Vanderbilt?
Yeah, Craig Skinner, the head coach there, is my mentor, one of my best friends, and just somebody that I would love to model a lot of myself after. And spending 12 years with him, of course that's going to happen, but he's just super consistent. And Kentucky has a tendency to just get better as the season goes on, and that's something that I really hope our programs do as well. And we want to be peaking at the end of the season, of course. On top of that, I just think the knowledge of being in this conference. I have a really good gauge of what it takes to win in the SEC. I have a really good gauge of what the other teams are doing and how the styles of their play, just because, again, I've been in the league for so long. So I think those are probably the biggest things I want to take from that program. But our situation being so unique, having 2.5 years since I've been there, there aren't a lot of parallels anymore, I would say, beyond just like those things that I want to keep for myself.
Do you feel as though having a familiarity with the region gives you an advantage whenever it comes to recruiting or scouting?
100%, yeah. Like I said, a lot of these coaches have been in the league for a long time, so I know kind of how Georgia plays, and I know kind of how LSU plays and things like that. But yeah, from a recruiting perspective, Kentucky, we were really regional with our recruiting, so this area has been great to us already. And yeah, it matters. There's no doubt it matters, just the connections you have.
You took the job a while ago, and obviously had a lot of days where I assume it was probably hard to see like the end with being so far off. How fulfilling is it to finally almost be there?
Yeah, I get that question a lot, and of course it's exciting to be here. I would also add that I haven't wished away a single day, just because there's so much to do, and starting a program from scratch is such an undertaking. But I know our players are excited. They're definitely more excited than I am to get going. Just they've been grinding and playing against each other for so long. But yeah, I think the start of the season is going to be really, really fun. And our 3-match start is, I think, the best in the country. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, just taking it day by day as we have the last 2.5 years.
I'm just curious, with Memorial being set up the way that it is, the floor and that, elevated a little bit, how is that kind of going to look for when you guys play games?
Yeah, great question. First of all, we have a climate control system now in place, so that's the biggest news about Memorial. Our fans should know that they will not be burning. It is really comfortable in there right now, so super, super pleased about that. The Memorial stage, as we call it, presents some challenges for our event crew, but they've been hosting basketball games there for decades, and it'll be a little funky in terms of where the benches will be. They'll be pushed down to the corners a little bit more than a traditional setup. But beyond that, it's not going to be that different. And I'm just excited for our fans to see what a volleyball setup looks like. And they know Memorial as a basketball gym, and it'll be fun for them to, see it as a volleyball gym as well.
Also, the process of getting AC in there. How involved were you with that?
Yeah, so not AC, chilled air cooling system is what we're calling it, I believe. I wouldn't say I was involved. I knew it was going to be really important, and it's really important to me that our fan experience is elite. I think our athletes are doing a great job, so our fans, need to have a great experience watching them. And that was a huge part of it. And I've actually been at schools that they didn't have air conditioning before, so I know how huge that is. And it slows down the game a lot because you got to wipe the floor all the time because of sweat reasons. So there's a million reasons why it's so important for our fans and just for the overall experience of the match.